In the parking garage of this luxury condo in Nashville, Tennessee, a new black employee who is contracted to check parking permits notices two white residents eyeing him suspiciously. So he starts filming.
Like, these people crazy. First I seen them following me around. I'm over here trying to, figure out what, doing my audits. They're following me around. And I'm like, all right, you know what? Whatever. And then the lady comes ask me, what are you doing here? You want to know about what I'm doing here?
We just want to know what your job is and why.
None of your business.
Despite the fact that the guy is dressed for the job with a lanyard and a headlight, the neighbors question whether he is a legitimate employee.
Call the cops.
You gonna call the cops?
Yeah, this is not your apartment.
It's not my apartment.
Yes.
Cool. I don't need to tell you anything.
Do you have an ID on you?
I don't need to tell you what I'm doing, because I'm not interacting with you.
As the worker stands his ground, the confrontation escalates.
This is a secure building.
Huh? Yeah?
It's a secure building.
It's a secure building. Okay, so how do you think I got in here?
We don't know.
Did I follow you in here?
Suddenly, without warning, the neighbor lashes out at the new employee.
Dude, seriously? You attacking me? Seriously?
Get that phone out of your Get the out of my building.
Try something.
Get the out of my building.
I'm telling you.
Although they are the ones being aggressive, the residents seem convinced the law is on their side.
Call the cops.
Call the cops. Call the cops. I got it on camera. You attacked me. Call the
Well, I didn't attack you.
You didn't attack me? I got it on camera. Call the police right now. I'm going to press charges.
We
Go ahead.
asked,
I didn't touch you.
why you were here.
All right.
I didn't touch
We
you.
asked.
Brother, I'm recording the whole thing.
Did
You
I touch
literally
you?
swung at me.
We
Are you
asked-
crazy?
What are you doing?
None of your business.
It is our business.
None
We
of your
live
business.
here.
You attacked me. It's over. Call the cops.
We're in the parking deck, and there's some gentleman down here. We asked him what he was doing down here, and he said it's none of our business. And he's kind of gotten nasty towards us.
He's not showing any ID.
He's not, will not show us his ID. I'm not security, no. I live in this building, and this person's walking around down here. And we're
Tell him the
that's who it
person's
is.
black. Tell him it's a black man walking.
I
Tell
don't
him.
care what color
Tell him it's a
you are.
black man walking. Please send the police because they attacked me. Send the police.
We did not attack you.
They attacked me. Please send the police to where they're located right now.
Sorry.
Send the police.
The pair leave the parking level before the police arrive.
Stay down. Stay down here.
But later, they are recognized as a mother and son who have lived in the building for several years. And when the video goes viral, the son is charged with assault. The employee leaves his job due to the emotional distress caused by the incident, but local residents donate money to help him get back on his feet, proving that most neighbors are helpful, not hateful. In Paso Robles, California, hanging out at the neighborhood skate park is a rite of passage for 15-year-olds like Justin Correa, even though it's not always the safest place to be.
Our nickname for it is called Scum Park, and scum is like another word for like a not so nice area, kind of more dangerous area. It's some crazy stuff happens down there sometimes.
Justin and his friends were filming each other doing tricks, but their day does a 180 when a much younger neighborhood kid shows up.
I'm guessing he's like 10, nah, younger than that. I say around like 8 to 10 range or something like that, but he just starts taunting us. He's picking up our boards, throwing them,
I think pizza.
insulting us even.
You, I'm a skateboard master.
Not my board, dude. Can you please leave? Please just go away until this is over.
After Justin and his buddies tell the younger kid to beat it, he runs to his mom, who is waiting nearby, and says they swore at him. She appears in a fury.
How old are you? All the time I hear people saying bad words to him over here. You dumbass.
So the mom comes over to us and she's definitely feisty or angry. She's going off on us. She's telling us to not say bad words and don't say bad words around her kid as she's saying bad words to us in that same exact sentence.
And if F-bombs aren't enough,
I should not be asking a mom these kind of questions.
she's about to start a generational war.
You know, I used to skate. I don't skate anymore. It's none of your damn business. Why? But we were actually more respectful to each other. We respected each other. You guys are punks nowadays.
Hey, I didn't do anything, ma'am.
Are you videoing me?
Mama, can I ask you something? He's gonna put that on YouTube and he's videoing me.
Hey, did you?
The mom may say she doesn't care, but once she realizes her foul-mouthed tirade is being recorded, she starts to chill out.
at 8 years old. When you guys were 8, don't you remember trying to fit in?
He was getting in our way. I almost ran into him.
Tell him to get the out of the way. Tell him just to leave. Or, just do whatever you gotta do. You don't have to be mean to a kid to tell him to get out of the way.
I think the mom calms down because we didn't respond back with as much force as she did. So I think it was us two that made her calm down, but she might have also just gotten a lot of that emotion out.
Now moms run out of steam, and the pair leave the park. Justin and his neighbors return to shredding, knowing that they were the ones acting like the grown-ups in the park today.
The advice that I have for the kid is be conscious of your actions, live life. One day I hope to see the kid up and shredding. He can come skate with us. I don't mind. We can all be friends.
On the first day of lobster season, food blogger James Mizuki has just caught his lunch.
These are 2 beautiful lobsters. We about to eat good. Jacob found a good spot for us to park. We're gonna set up the grill. Oh, take a look at our huge lobsters.
While he and his neighbor Jacob prep their feast in a public parking lot, an unexpected visitor appears.
How's it going?
What are you guys doing here?
We're doing a catch and cook. We're making some lobster rolls. Want to try it?
No.
And she soon becomes crabby.
I want to see you leave. I want you to pack up and get the heck out of here.
Okay, what was your name?
Don't.
My name's James.
My name is I'm on the board, and if you're not out of here in a minute, I am calling the sheriff.
Okay.
It turns out that what the men think is a public parking lot is actually owned by an upscale homeowners association.
We're just trying to pack up so we can get out of here. I'll throw this
You're
into the
not
trash.
packing up. Pack it up!
And this vigilant board member is angry enough to make good on her threat to call the cops.
And we have some guys who are cooking.
We're leaving. We're leaving private property.
To leave.
We're not bothering anybody.
You're bothering me.
Well, we're trying not to. We're not bothering
Don't
anybody.
intimidate me.
I'm not intimidating. He's not trying to intimidate you. We're not bothering
I'll bring
anybody.
suit against you.
Why would you do
I
that?
would advise you to get the heck out.
If you give us a chance, we're trying to. We're not bothering anybody.
As the irate neighbor goes to leave, she suddenly does something shocking.
Whoa, stay. You are. Oh my. Oh, look what she just did. Oh my.
The neighbor's tantrum has destroyed most of James and his neighbor's meal, not to mention the 4 hours of diving and cooking.
There she goes. Ooh. And that's the remainder of our lobster rolls.
The pair never cross paths with the lobster roll wrecker again.
Wow, I can't believe that just happened.
But James finds sympathy online when the video was viewed 20 million times.
So sad. We got it on video, I'm pretty sure.
And as these hungry neighbors head downtown to grab some tacos, it becomes clear they've made a narrow escape.
There goes the sheriff that she called. Hey, we're leaving just in time.
Randolph, New Jersey, where 42-year-old David Timpanero has lived peacefully for 10 years with his wife and son, until now.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
I would say our town has been pretty low-key for many years. Recently, everything has changed. Just a lot of disagreements around politics.
This year, David places a sign in his yard for his preferred candidate in the Board of Education election, as he's always done. But one morning, he wakes up to find an unknown neighbor has put another sign in his yard for a candidate he does not endorse.
I don't like people just putting things on my property without asking me. It gives the perception that I'm aligned with that belief of whatever that person stands for.
At first, David thinks the sign has been put there because he lives on a busy intersection. When he sees someone recording his reaction from across the street, he suspects the sign was put there to antagonize him.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
If it's the woman I'm thinking it is, I know that this is just bad news waiting to happen. As she gets to her car, her daughter jumps out of the car. And that moment is when I realized who it was.
Oh, there we go.
David recognizes the pair as his neighbors, a mother and daughter who he has a long-running feud with about local politics.
You want a phone call from my lawyers, Dave?
Once I realized who it is, it's like, of course it's them. And I didn't like it at all. They've bitten off more than they can chew.
I'm gonna call the
I
police.
told you once, leave me alone, don't come near my home, or it's considered harassment, and here you are. Thank you for coming by.
Steve, I'm calling the police on you.
I know I didn't do anything wrong, but I'm obviously nervous. I'm nervous because I don't know what she's capable of.
And by the way, now you're taking a picture of inappropriate pictures of me because of what I am wearing. So guess what? Now I'm really calling the police on you.
Cool. You wear it outside and come by my house.
I've tried to stay calm, end the situation, and walk away, but I started shouting back and screaming back at her.
I knew you did it, Eliza. I knew you did it. I knew it. I knew it. Don't you ever come by my house again? Stop where you are. Stop where you are right now. You came over here with the intention?
I took a picture.
I don't give a what you did. You came over here intentionally to harass me.
No, I did not.
Get the out of here. When the cops come, I'll be sitting there. Because I knew you were coming.
Finally, the duo leave. Later, they file a police report alleging sexual harassment by Dave. But as they turned up to his property, the police take no action. However, now it's awkward when he runs into them around town.
I've completely avoided them and ignored them.
It turns out that both their candidates are elected to the Board of Education. But in the future, he hopes his neighbors will respect each other's opinions.
I hope at some point our community can get past this. If you want to get things done, we have a better chance of getting it done together than working against each other.
You want a phone call from my lawyers, Dave?
Resting in the shadow of New York City, Bayonne, New Jersey shares many of its issues, packing lots of neighbors into a small space. Fertile grounds for neighborhood wars.
This is Bayonne.
And 42-year-old Bayonne resident Tamika Bordeaux is heading to her neighborhood convenience store when she hears a woman yelling at her neighbor. Suddenly, the woman turns her wrath towards Tamika, and she starts recording.
This bitch ran after me for no reason at all. She's not minding her business. You nasty wig-headed bitch. Black bitch.
The lady's comments intensify as she appears to follow Tamika down the sidewalk.
Here she go.
Black. Call them. Call the cops.
How long you me in?
You went into my street.
Huh?
You followed me.
No, I actually live on that block.
Tamika walks to the closest neighborhood convenience store for refuge when, suddenly, a concerned neighbor steps in.
Stay off the block because you did it the other night to come. She's following. You're following her.
Yep.
I saw the whole thing, bitch.
Yep.
You're gonna get your ass. Stop being a racist.
She don't follow me all the way from my house.
Sorry. She did that 2 weeks ago over there.
Not standing for the woman's comments, the valiant neighbor in the navy hoodie becomes even more incensed.
You don't talk to people like that, bitch. You don't talk to people like that.
The woman in the beige coat backs away, and with things calmer, Tamika gives her thanks for the bravery of her neighbor.
You see how she walked away? I appreciate you so much for that because if nobody said anything, she wasn't gonna stop, and that's
I want to go over there and punch her in her face.
Still get in trouble.
I'd have your back.
It's okay. It's all right. Thank you.
The cops arrive, and Tamika decides to press charges against her neighbor. She is charged with a hate crime and receives a year of probation. And while Tamika is shaken, she's thankful that the rest of her neighbors make her neighborhood a place for everyone.
You don't talk to people like that, bitch!
Neighborhood bullies are loud, brash, and rude.
Shut up!
They come in all shapes and sizes.
That's California, bitch. Move it. You home?
And yes, they can even be ill-mannered grandmothers. Like this woman in Canberra, Australia.
Come a bit closer, excuse me, mate. Show me what you're really all about. Show me what a meal-good man...
I'm on my side. I'm allowed to be here. You hack our trees, I have not touched your rocks.
This senior citizen is ticked off that the rocks along her property line are missing, and she claims it's her neighbor who is behind their disappearance.
I have had all rocks lined up on my property, all on my property, and they keep on being taken off.
If there's any...
Don't shut your mouth and listen to me, you big...
How old are you?
Older than you.
How old are you?
Smarter than you, and there's none of your business.
Smarter than me?
Yeah, a lot smarter than you. Now get your ass right off my property and don't come on my property again and don't touch anything on my property.
I haven't touched anything on your...
You're a liar.
I haven't touched anything of yours.
You are a liar because I know what I
You stand over there.
But the woman's insults soon turn sinister as she begins spraying a mysterious substance at the man.
Oh, bitch.
Spraying stuff on me. I can't not be in my property without being harassed.
What a liar, because I haven't even been near your property.
You just sprayed me with some poison or whatever it is.
Well, get away from me and stop.
I'm allowed to be here. This is my yard. Go back inside.
No.
Go back inside and mind your own business.
Stick it up your ass.
The man tries to reason with his neighbor, but it's tough dealing with a neighbor who acts like a 5-year-old and has the mouth of a sailor.
Stick it up your ass. Stick it up your own ass.
The man claims he earlier recorded the woman throwing the rocks on his property, but she denies it all.
I haven't touched your rock. You stood there throwing rocks on our yard.
Lying.
I've got you on camera.
Lying.
What do you have to say about that?
You take my...
And what do you have to say about throwing the rocks over here?
That is what I say. You're a lying. You are a lying.
Stop spraying me with the spray. I don't know what's in it.
Despite her immature taunts, the man pleads with his neighbor to stop.
Please go back inside.
I won't do what you tell me to do. You
I
will not hear the end of me until you stop stealing from me and interfering with my property. I'm not doing anything to you.
Excuse me, you're standing here spraying me with whatever's in that bottle.
Oh.
Seemingly caught red-handed on video, the woman ends her neighbor's spat, true to form, with the foulest of mouths.
You're a liar. And you know I've got you.
You're a... You haven't got a brain in your ass. Not even a brain in your ass. That's because you sit down all day and nothing works.
Celebrating the birthday, you know. This is how we do it in the car scene, man.
In Texas, a birthday parade 30 cars deep rolls into this quiet Houston neighborhood.
God, he said be loud, so we got a bunch of loud race cars coming by. This Mustang in particular is like the most deafening thing I've ever heard in my life.
The parade is for a 6-year-old boy. And although the birthday boy loves loud race cars, his neighbors aren't so sure.
Scares the crap out of her.
As the parade winds through the neighborhood, it suddenly stops.
We're coming back.
As the man recording investigates, he passes some angry neighbors on their phones.
I think they're calling the cops.
Further up, he spots another neighbor, writing down license plate numbers.
Karen was yelling. Oh, look, she's getting plates. I'm getting it on camera, yeah. Is she blocking the road?
And he finally gets to the front of the line. The birthday boy's father argues with a neighbor blocking the street. She's preventing the cars from continuing on to the father's house, where his son is waiting for his parade.
Karen is angry.
That's like drag racing. Are we
what?
Okay, listen, y'all can say it all you want.
Yeah.
This is a destructive thing, and it's not good
Write
for
me a
kids
ticket,
in a
I'll pay the
neighborhood.
The neighbor thinks the parade is too loud for the neighborhood kids.
We're trying to leave, man.
No.
I'm trying
No,
to
you
This is impeding traffic. You're impeding traffic.
And still refuses to move, even when told the parade is for a neighborhood kid.
Is anybody else bothered?
Nobody else.
Anybody else bothered? I know this is mad.
Hello.
Me. You made my granddaughter.
A line is being drawn regarding the parade, and neighbors quickly take sides.
We got Karen 1, we got Karen 2, we got Karen husband.
And the neighborhood parade now threatens to turn into a neighborhood brawl. But when the situation teeters on violence, the drivers decide to shift gears and pack it up.
Oh, Karen knocked us off, but she was not happy. She was not happy.
The canceled parade reconvenes at a nearby gas station as police are heard approaching.
Now they're going in the neighborhood. Some felons
But after a few minutes, news trickles back from the birthday boy's father.
down there. We're about to go back into the neighborhood because apparently the guy whose son it was his birthday for said we're good to come park in front of his house.
And while no one is arrested due to the altercation, the drive-by birthday is back on. And the birthday boy finally gets his loud parade.
Yeah, that's him right here.
Whether the neighbors like it or not. It's early evening in Atlanta, Georgia, and a delivery man named Cece is making his last stop of the day. He's eager to get home to relax when he's approached by a woman whose mail he just delivered, and he immediately starts recording.
I am not happy. I'm tempted to check your pockets. In fact, I'm calling the police.
You can call who you like to call, ma'am, but I gotta go.
No, you're not going anywhere.
The woman claims that when she got her package, it was already open, and it doesn't take long for what appears to be one of her family members to intervene.
You know this lady?
She just signed that package. It's open when she got it already.
Okay, well, I didn't take the tag.
Going anywhere. You stole my
Don't hit me, ma'am. Don't you hit me.
You stole my mala.
Malas are necklaces, like the one she is wearing. Often used in meditation, it's said they can help the wearer find a calm mind and a sense of peace.
You stole my jewelry out of this package.
Girl,
I am not happy. Empty your pockets.
I'm not emptying nothing. Not a thing.
Empty your pockets.
I'm not emptying anything, ma'am.
Come on. You're being recorded. Come on.
You sure are.
The woman's apparent family member steps in to defuse the situation, and Cece heads for the exit. But the woman isn't done with Cece yet.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Why would I give you an empty package if I steal it?
Cece is finally able to head home, but that's not the last he hears from the enraged neighbor. According to him, she shows up at his job the following day and demands that the person who stole her mala be fired. But Cece's employer reiterates that it was simply a case of the package being damaged. Cece's route has since been changed to another location in the neighborhood, and he no longer makes deliveries to the building. But he hopes she finds a replacement mala to bring her some peace.
Empty your pockets.
I'm not emptying anything, ma'am.
Last year, Americans spent over $125 billion getting food delivered. The unsung neighborhood heroes are the delivery people who risk the elements, and sometimes even life and limb, to get it to us. Unfortunately, sometimes they have to deal with our less than pleasant neighbors.
Okay, so you're not gonna let me in to deliver this food. I have the number.
Don't point that at me.
I'm trying to
Point that
have food I have to deliver to somebody, man.
Jordan Gibson is trying to deliver food to a customer in Westwood, California, when this nosy neighbor decides to interfere.
I don't deliver anything here. We don't want you delivery.
You're not,
We don't want
you didn't get the food.
I was just thinking that I'd be able to get through, but I realized that she was actually not going to let me through.
I don't want you here. I don't want you here at all.
Having been denied entry to the building, Jordan uses the intercom to reach his customer.
Excuse me, Paul, there's a woman like at the door. My name is Jordan. I'm working in place.
Who is this?
Excuse me, can you back away from me, man?
No,
I'm not
this
even.
is my bill. I'm not gonna
I'm
back
just
away
trying
from you. Who are you? I live here.
Who is this?
And I pay rent here.
So I do too. So what are you asking?
I'm asking you to get out of my building because you don't live here.
I'm a black man. I'm trying to deliver. My mom
I don't care
is
if he's a
my
purple
mom,
man.
I'm
He
working
doesn't
for my
live
mom.
here.
Her name is Anna.
Yeah, I don't care
My name
who
is
you're
Jordan.
working for.
I'm
I
trying to
don't care what
deliver
your
your
name
food.
is,
She
sir.
said
I
she
want you
was
out of the
here.
building.
Can you not touch me?
I don't know him. I know everybody in this building. He doesn't live here, and he's not a delivery boy. He had no car, no bike, nothing.
That's my white car over
He's
there.
not a delivery. He is not a delivery service.
Hello?
He's a black
Paul,
guy
is he
walking
still-
around who has a clicker to get into any building he wants to. You got codes, dude.
I got codes.
You don't got a brain.
I don't got a brain.
She was harassing me. It was clearly racially motivated. And I was nervous because she seemed like she was a textbook Karen.
You're not getting in.
I'm not
You
getting
don't
in.
have a key, dude. You're
Yeah,
not going to get.
I just want
I
to
don't
deliver
want
the
him
food.
near
I don't
here
know
because
the
I don't
orders
know
have to
him,
deliver.
and I don't want
know how
people
you-
buzzing him into my building.
I don't know how to do this for you, but
I don't want.
she's like
buzzing
in front of
him
the door.
into
I
a
can't.
security
do
building.
anything. Just want to document this.
110.
Just doing my
There.
job.
Let's
It's
see
one
if
of my
it
3
works.
jobs.
They took my name off.
Trying to
Did you know
deliver
that?
food.
My mom raised me to not judge people. I think that a lot of people were raised on a different ideology, and this lady was one of them.
You're not getting in.
I'm not
You
getting
don't
in.
have a key, dude. I have a key. You
That's
don't.
cool.
You can't.
Can you not touch me?
No, can you not film me?
I'm gonna film a phone. Could I just come downstairs?
Please, please. Yeah, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
As Jordan waits for the customer to come get his food, the neighbor gets increasingly aggressive.
I live here.
Then
I
why
lived
they-
here for 7 years,
But
and
they
I
took
don't
your
like
name
your phone.
Finally, the customer comes to collect his food.
You're not,
Here,
I'm
Paul.
not letting him
I'm-
buzz his own food. Yeah, just get your food.
Thank you, Paul. I was wrong. Sorry about that.
Now, why haven't
Once I did get away from the situation, I was very relieved. I felt good. And I was just glad that, it didn't escalate any further. I think that any black delivery driver going into her building would have been an issue. And I was stuck between these two people, just trying to do my job. It's just one more step to equality, to people actually seeing the same things that we're seeing.
I don't want you here. I don't want you here at all.
We're just doing our everyday stuff and having these people stop us from doing so. And I just wanted to make it clear that we still have a long way to go.
We may not have eyes in the back of our heads, but with the rise of home security cameras, homeowners now have eyes in the back of their yards. And in some cases, eyes in the back of their neighbors' yards too. Leaving some homeowners worried they may be unwitting co-stars on their neighbors' security cameras. In a quiet suburb outside of Ackworth, Georgia, a door cam catches a man ringing his neighbor's front door.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, okay. Who are you?
I'm your neighbor.
They've never met, but the man owns the house directly behind her home, and their backyards face each other.
I was wondering if we could discuss those cameras that are pointing towards our house.
The neighbor is referring to a set of cameras mounted to the back of the woman's house.
They're not towards your house. They're towards my pool.
But we don't know that.
Well, I know that, and that's all that matters.
No, it does not.
Yes, it
I'm
does.
not.
She claims the cameras only record her pool area, but the neighbor thinks they might go farther.
Ma'am, I'm asking you.
What's your problem?
There's not supposed to be any cameras in the backyard. That's your safe place. You can have cameras in the front of your house.
You have a lot of nerve telling us where to have my cameras.
They're pointing towards my house.
Call the cops and see if it's illegal. I don't think so.
Seeing no resolution to the matter,
Sorry, we're not moving our cameras.
the neighbor takes her advice and calls the police. A short time later, they arrive at the woman's house, where they inspect her backyard cameras and also review her footage to determine whether the neighbor's yard can be seen. And their verdict? Turns out the woman's cameras pick up only her deck and pool area. A police report is filled out, but the cameras can stay put. And while these neighbors may never see eye to eye,
They're not towards your house. They're towards my pool.
they still have to live back to back.
We're not moving our cameras.
On a beach just north of Winnipeg, Canada, one mom is experiencing anything but fun in the sun when a neighboring parent takes issue with her daughter's choice of swimwear.
What are you saying? What am I saying? I'm saying don't let your daughter show her ass cheeks around my 4-year-old son.
Okay, because?
That's what I'm saying, because she's a 13-year-old kid and I don't want her showing her ass around my son that's 4 years old.
Okay, she's wearing a
What kind of mother
swimsuit.
are you to let your daughter wear a thong and show her ass cheeks around a 4-year-old
She's wearing a swimsuit.
She's wearing a thong.
Okay, that's your problem and your son's problem. So take your son and go where.
Get out of here. Like, it's my problem. It's gonna be your problem right away.
Uneasy with the woman's words, the mom continues to record the bizarre interaction.
Well, okay.
Your video's gonna do anything?
Okay, that's for my safety. I'm doing video for my safety.
The only thing your safety is gonna show that you're a mother that's letting your 13-year-old daughter show her ass.
That's your opinion. That's totally fine.
You just off now?
And while the outraged neighbor seems to draw the line at revealing beachwear, it appears that threats of physical violence are fair game.
Wait, let me get my kids ready and then I'm gonna knock you out, so stay there, okay?
Okay.
But before things can come to blows, the woman's friend does the neighborly thing and extends an olive branch.
Like, I'm sorry that I agree she kind of overreacted. Just a bathing suit. Maybe we should just distance ourselves from each other.
Then a fellow beachgoer also defends the woman recording.
What's the problem? I'm just saying my son does need to stare at her ass.
But,
so if you had a 2-year-old or 3-year-old son, would you like your son?
Okay.
It's a beach, okay then.
Okay, just forget it.
Yeah, forget it.
Seeing that she's outnumbered, the nitpicky neighbor drops her defenses, ending this battle of neighborhood beachgoers for now.
Wait, let me get my kids ready and then I'm gonna knock you out, so stay there, okay?
Okay.
A full-time student and artist in Boise, Idaho, Sarah Art Burchard thought she found a nice, affordable apartment near her school.
So the neighborhood is right next to the university, and it is mostly college students.
But it's not long after moving in that Sarah catches a neighbor being a sneaky litter bug.
I'm currently recording this neighbor throwing cat feces over the balcony, which goes onto our yard, the neighbors below us. I saw him throwing cat litter off of the balcony. I think he was just like doing it out of laziness.
Sarah is a non-confrontational person. Her husband is not.
Which one? Right there, that guy.
Hey, what the man? What the Hey, where to go on stairs? It's always in my yard. It's making me sick, it's making my wife sick, it's making my dog sick.
This is more than just garbage. This is literally someone intentionally throwing something over that had been affecting my health.
Cat litter can contain parasites that are harmful to people and wildlife. And dumping it improperly is a misdemeanor offense in Idaho, punishable by up to 6 months in prison.
It's been in the backyard, it's been in the street. I've never done it. Sir, it gets on my yard.
I was very appreciative there was someone there that wanted to do the yelling and maybe me a little bit of the backup yelling.
We've been the ones cleaning up all that trash, all that crap, all of it.
You want me to come clean it up for you?
Would appreciate it, because it's really gross. I'm allergic to it. It makes me so sick.
I think he was just kind of shocked that he'd been caught and called out for it.
Yeah, I'll definitely get this up, clean this up, definitely sorry.
He came and cleaned up, I'd say about 3/4 of the mess that was left behind.
Sarah never sees the litter sprinkler again and soon moves to a more hygienic neighborhood.
I am really clean, very particular about cleaning, and I am very thankful that I'm not in that situation anymore.
Where she doesn't have to worry about it raining kitty litter anymore. The only thing harder to find in New York City than a perfect apartment is a perfect parking spot. In Upper Manhattan, a man's dash cam catches his neighbor banging repeatedly on his car hood. According to the man, this woman is angry at him for taking a parking spot right outside her apartment. Most New Yorkers don't have driveways, but some treat the spot in front of their building as if it's their own. A claim this neighbor is making very clear, giving the rare double bird, along with some advice. She shows no signs of stopping while the man's wife calls the police.
You know, this is not normal human behavior.
The couple grows concerned as they wait for the police.
A normal human being does not do this kind of stuff. She's gonna break your glass out.
Finally, another neighbor intervenes.
I'll give you $20, bro, and I'll give her $20, and I'll take the spot.
The neighbor offers money to both the man and the woman to stop fighting and just drive away.
We actually want to leave.
We're not here for the spot. We're not here to argue.
But the man doesn't want the money or the parking spot.
Right now, I just called the cops on her.
He just wants the police. Police arrive and the woman finally lets go of the car. According to the driver seen here talking to police, an incident report is filled out, but no charges are filed or tickets issued. Instead, the couple eventually drives off, leaving the parking spot to the woman. And the neighborhood drum solo finally comes to an end. Now to Queens, New York, where lifelong resident Joseph Aspromonte lives in a nice little home. Only a quick train ride away from the Big Apple.
Well, I've lived in this neighborhood all my life, but I moved into the house that I'm currently living in back in 2014. The neighborhood that I live in is row houses, which is common in Queens. I get along with everybody on the block. It's a pretty tight-knit community, but small, kind of off the beaten path, which is nice.
Shortly after moving into his new home, Joseph discovers that one neighbor has a mouth as tough as the streets of New York itself.
Yourself and drop dead!
I was warned by the people that previously owned the house that the lady next door was a little aggressive and she might come out and yell at me.
Yourself and drop dead!
It's beautiful.
Yourself and drop dead!
My first experience with her was when I was in my driveway with my garage door open. She started screaming about my garage door being open somehow would make her house cold.
Close that door!
What for?
It's cold!
That's all right, I'm warm.
I'm cold next door! Close that door!
The houses are attached, but there is a big giant cinder block wall between my garage and her garage. And there's no way that having my garage door open would make her house cold.
What does my door open have to do?
Yourself and drop dead!
She does have that one motto that she keeps going back to, that F yourself and drop dead.
Yourself and drop dead! Yourself and drop dead! Yourself and drop dead!
In that order. I guess I couldn't drop dead and then go myself. Wouldn't work. All right, myself and then drop dead.
This seems to be her go-to.
As the years go by, Joseph's neighbor shows no sign of slowing down, quickly flying off the handle at the smallest things.
No!
Yes, take that ladder off my property!
It's not on your property!
Even something as simple as a line on the curb from the city is enough to set her off.
Look at the curb, you
What happened to the curb?
yourself and drop dead. Look at it!
She's just pissed off at the world, I guess. She just doesn't like anybody. I get the brunt of it because I happen to live next door to her, but she's this way with everybody in the neighborhood. Down the block, across the street.
I'm telling her, take that ladder off my property!
Just people driving by.
In my driveway. Get the out!
And she will unleash her wrath on anybody.
Get the out!
There are times that I worry about her safety just because of the way she acts with people.
Get the out of my driveway!
In one of these episodes, the police were actually called, not by me. What happened was one of the cars pulled over in her driveway while she was sweeping. And that didn't sit well with her, so she started screaming at him.
Get the out of my driveway!
And then she took a broom and she started smacking the roof of his car and started making dents in it. So bad that he actually called the cops on her.
Yourself and drop dead!
And when the cops came, I had to intervene. I just went over to the cops and I said, listen, she's upset, so if you don't mind, if you would just let her kind of slide on this, that it would be great. And they did.
You know where I live? No, you don't. I don't give a where you live!
The past couple of years, she has been very quiet and to herself. I believe she's also maybe not in the best of health now that she's getting older and realizes she may have to someday rely on her neighbors for help. And if that were ever the case, I would be there to help her because she is a person and I wouldn't let her go down.
Do you want a hot chocolate?
Yourself and drop dead.
All right.